That's still recent, right? So, the Sacabambaspis, the funny little fish with the funny little face that people remember for looking cute and funny. Perhaps you would like to know a little bit about the silly fishy. If so, then good. You don't have a choice. You're going to sit down and listen to me talk about this merchandisable marina, and you're going to like it. But first, a bit of history and biology. This tiny lad lived around 460 million years ago during the Ordovician period, the name coming from the fact that several numerous fossils of the itty-bitty buddy had been found in a place called Sacabambilla in Bolivia. My apologies if I might have mucked up the name. Now, the Goofy Guppy's face has two notable factors, such as the eyes, which look like the headlamps for a car. And since the eyes are front-facing, I believe this technically makes the derpy diver a predator. There is also the small mouth, which looks like this due to the fact that they have no jaw, meaning that they can't really move their mouth. Because of this, the way they are believed to have fed is by sucking things up through their mouth using a row of 60 oral plates. This explains why they have such a simple face. Some other things of note is that they likely didn't have any fins, mostly relying on their tail for swimming. And because of this, they are believed to have not been too good of a swimmer. You are a fish. Your entire purpose is swimming. How can you possibly be rubbish at your sole sodding reason for existing? Alright, science over. I also might have gotten some stuff wrong, and if I have, then my apologies. Now, let's get to the good stuff. So, sometime in 1995, the Natural History Museum of Helsinki in Finland wanted some models to show for their fossil fish exhibit, and in this exhibit was the boy we know. Now, the reason the model looked like how it does is apparently the result of the museum asking an Estonian paleontologist named Elga Mark Kunik to design something for their exhibit. You see, the thing is, she was a paleontologist, not a sculptor, which, for those unaware, are quite different professions. Regardless, she still gave it a try, and made a model of the Ordovician anomaly out of some silicone, and gave them its iconic eyes from a craft store that was nearby. Around the month of August in 2022, someone posted on Twitter, I will not be calling it the so-called new name, an image of the easy-to-draw fish from the exhibit, with the image later going viral due to how stupid looking it was. The fishy fiend later became immensely popular in East Asia, and particularly Japan, with it being drawn and even cosplayed at a convention for Japan's 2chan board, along with a healthy dose of merchandising, and of course, a song. And thus concludes the tale of the I wrote it tale in the script of And thus concludes the tale of this gormless fish from an immensely long time ago who suddenly became popular online. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unusual yap about a meme that is still totally recent and not at all out of date, and has been resting in my mind for quite a bit. I suppose I should also talk about that one. So, alongside all of the other cute and silly images of the Sacabambaspis that were floating around the internet, there was also this one. This horrid beast that was also sometimes posted. And that some people have been wondering whether it was more accurate than the museum model. Well, the answer to that is no. The museum model of the Sacabambaspis is apparently more accurate than the other model, with its biggest inaccuracy being the tail, which should have an extension to it. The other model of the Gondwana Giza is apparently considered inaccurate, and has been for a bit, with it even being recreated, with the improved model now looking like this. It does still seem reminiscent of the prior model, but it does certainly seem far more friend-shaped than the old one, quite a bit like the museum model. You know, I don't really know how to film an outro,